Hey y'all, welcome back. Glad to have you back in the studio with me today. I thought today we would talk just for a couple of minutes about why I moved on to plushies. That that's a real question. Why? Why did I? I love blankets. I love them so much, you guys. I didn't expect to move on to plushies. I had actually told my daughter I would never ever make amigurumi at all ever. Point blank, done with the question. And then I did. It wasn't really a decision that I made. It was more like something happened quietly. I loved blankets. I enjoyed making them. I didn't enjoy how long it took to see a final result. So my blankets would take me with my hands and my issues with my hands, with being an adult, with being a parent, with life in general. A blanket could take me about 3 weeks. It just depended on the size of the blanket I was working on at the time. But what I really wanted was that feeling that I got when I finished a blanket was, oh my gosh, look at this. I made this. I love this thing. I wanted that same feeling quicker. I guess I was going for that adrenaline rush, right? So I wanted to try Plushie. I don't know why. I don't know. Remember Creepy Bunny up there on my dresser? Sitting right over there? Creepy Bunny should have taught me. Stay away from plushies, girl. That ain't for you. But it's not the way this works. One particular day, my hands decided on their own they wanted something smaller. Now, I'll tell you, I had been trying to find a video out there that my brain could follow that would teach me how to make the magic circle. And there are a lot of amazing creators out there who teach you that. I just couldn't follow them. I really couldn't. I could not follow them. I probably watched 20 or 30 different videos on magic rings, magic circles, whatever. I finally came across one that taught me how to do it in a way that finally clicked in my brain, and I was able to do it. Well, I was just all excited then because, wow, I accomplished something. So then I just let my hands do their thing, and one little small single crochet at a time, and I started building something up. And when I got to where I thought, okay, well, this is something. Okay, now how do I end it? And I'd put it down for a minute and watch another YouTube video on how do you close this thing, and watch it over and over again so that it'll click a little bit better in my brain. And I finally get it. And I close that thing up after I stuffed it, of course. And let's just talk about stuffing for a minute, y'all. When you decide that you want to do amigurumi, plushies, whatever you want to call them, let me tell you, you're going to go through a lot of stuffing. Because sometimes you'll think it's enough, and then after you've got it closed off and completely closed, and you think you're finished with it completely, you'll squeeze that little plush, and you'll realize there's not enough stuffing in this thing. Stuff it generously. Like, when you think it's stuffed, stuff it some more. Or they feel like flat. Like flat. Anyway, so I needed something that felt like I could get it done. And I could get it done fairly quickly. I had no plan. I had nothing because I didn't and still don't use patterns. That was, I would say, early stage, but it really wasn't. It was probably about 7 months into my crochet journey, maybe 8 months even, when I did my first little plush. I didn't I didn't know how to read patterns yet. I'm still not great at it. Patterns are confusing sometimes. Some patterns. I can read some patterns. I don't want to. It's too much like school, in my opinion, and I hated school. Just put that out there. I hated it. So, sorry, I just zoned out there for a second. So, anyway, so I don't follow patterns. So, when I did my first plush, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Again, I had to stop, put it to the side, watch YouTube for a little while and figure out what I was doing and how to do it. I ended up with this finished piece when I got it all closed up and everything. And I look at it and I can't help but laugh even to this day. I did the same day that I finished it. I looked at it and I just died laughing. I'm like, it's a ball. It's literally a ball. Well, you know what? We're gonna slap a name on it. This is an emotional pet rock, and its name is Cuddles. Because who doesn't want to cuddle a freaking rock? I don't know. That's the way my brain works. But because of that, he became the first in a line of Quirky Pals, and I called it Quirky Pals because all of my Quirky Pals are named something completely different than what you would expect for what that pal is. And I'll explain. So, Cuddles is a rock. Not a very good rock, but it's a rock nonetheless. This rock, like I said, is named Cuddles. Want to cuddle a rock? Like, in what universe does that make any sense? It doesn't. Well, in Quirky Pal Land, it does. I don't know, y'all. I'm crazy, okay? I have one of my favorite plushies that I've made is Sparky. Now, why is Sparky one of my favorite? Well, you have to understand, Sparky was meant to be a snowman. I didn't want the regular, normal 3-ball snowman. I wanted a 2-ball snowman. Okay, that's fine. You can do that. Just make it shorter. It's not a big deal. But in these hands, it's going to be quirky. And my snowman looked more like a duck. Put the orange carrot on its face, and it looks like the duck bill. But it was still meant to be a snowman. And because of that, he got the name Sparky, because electricity and water, they don't mix. So, that was his quirk. It's fine. So, if you go on to my to-do shop, you'll see my Quirky Pals. Got them all in a nice, folder. You can see all of them. All of them have strange names for what they are. I have a pumpkin Christmas tree ornament named Summer, because she's very confused over what season it is, apparently. I don't know. But that's how I started. My Quirky Pals are exactly that, little plushies that I absolutely adore because they were my first ones. I love them. I love the quirkiness when it comes to their opposite naming. They're cute. They're adorable. They're strange. They're different. And they're totally me. Making those quirky pals, though, is what led me to my next line, which was my monster mates. My monster mates, again, I wanted to make these monster creatures from Mars, and I wanted them to be different than what you would associate with being a Martian, right? So I have a couple of those, but I have since decided that they fit better in with the quirky pals, even though they are, monsters instead of pals. But I've joined those two together, so that's one line now. And then, of course, I have my beeline buddies. And my beeline buddies is truly, right now at least, where my heart is. They are so fun. I actually picked up buddy number 8 and started working on him again. Right now, that one, its head is a little strange, but that's okay. I have to restart it yet again. That's all right. But anyway, those are the reasons why that I went to making plushies after blankets. I realized that they're not just projects. This is a little creature with a story, just a cute little ball that did not get enough stuffing. It's so bad, you guys. That's okay. We all have to learn somewhere, and it gave me a good line to start with. Keep turning it the wrong direction. So, little friend made of yarn and instinct, my little pet rock. They taught me to be curious. They taught me to be playful. They taught me how to follow the feeling instead of a pattern, because I don't follow patterns. They taught me that creativity can shift without warning. So that's why I moved on to plushies. Not because I left blankets behind. I'm still currently working on a blanket. Y'all, I still love my blankets. I am still working on one. Sometimes your hands will tell you, though, when you're ready to move on, when you need to work on something different. It's not any different for those people who constantly do plushies and then occasionally go, I want to make a wearable, or I want to make a market bag. We're all the same in that aspect. We all will go from one type of project to another type of project to break up the monotony of the same old all the time. And that's okay. My buddies found me right when they were supposed to. And I'm hopeful that they will continue for a very long time. But I'm also excited to also see what the future holds on what else will find me in the right time at that time. So, until we meet again, you guys, thank you for being here in the quiet place with me. I appreciate you. Be you, always. Bye, y'all.